It's been a minute since I've dedicated a video to the Dresden Files and everyone's favorite wizard detective, Harry Dresden. I'm rapidly trying to catch up, and I wanted to check in with you guys and talk about some of the things I'm liking, some of the things I'm not liking, and what I hope for in the future of the series. Without further ado, let's talk about the 5 things that I've hated so far as of book 11, Turncoat. I just finished Turncoat, so it's fresh on my mind, and I was very disappointed with the big reveal of the villain. I'm bouncing around a little on this one to avoid spoilers. I'll put the spoilery stuff in a text flash. Pause at your own risk. The books do a good job at making sure the reader understands the magic taking place, but for me it's lacking some form of cohesion. This is a pretty common issue for me with magic systems, especially in urban fantasy settings. There are vampires, zombies, werewolves, sacred temple dogs, holy knights, fae, fairies, and wizards with a wide range of abilities. It gives the vibe that anything is possible and sometimes cuts the tension in dangerous situations. I generally like the characters throughout the Dresden Files with a few exceptions, and one of them is making the hate list. Butters. Hate is a strong word. I don't mind him in doses, and I like the development that his character has gone through, but I really didn't like Deadbeat all that much, and a large portion of that was Butters. But an even larger portion of my dislike for Deadbeat can be chalked up to zombies. I'm just not a zombie guy. I think I've enjoyed maybe 2 zombie movies in my entire life. I just really struggle to find the stakes believable. I have issues with Dresden's love life. Most of the women who like him seem to just like him for no reason, and the only love interest that seemed to actually make sense to me, I didn't root for at all. For full spoilers, pause the video at the text flash. In summary, I want an organic romantic relationship that I can root for. We'll see if I ever get it. And in honor of Dresden's love life, let's talk about the 5 things that I love about the Dresden Files so far. I'm going to start with my favorite book at this point in the series, White Knight. It had a really fun cast and was a well-rounded novel in general. I also loved that the loyalties of almost every character was put into doubt. In addition, I felt that the series has been rather slow to reveal Dresden's past, and finally, with the appearance of someone from his past, it just makes his backstory feel so much more concrete. From here on out, we're going to be talking strictly characters, because the characters are what color the Dresden Files for me. Thomas is my number 4. I love his connection with Dresden and his willingness to try vampiring differently. He would have been higher on this list, but I have a lot of apprehension for what's going to happen next with his character. Turncoat ended pretty dismally for Thomas. I want more Bob. He's a soul attached to a skull. What more could you want? I didn't particularly enjoy the book that he got the most screen time in. However, his role in it was my absolute favorite part of the entire novel. I'm waiting for the Dresden and Bob buddy cop adventure. When Michael Carpenter and the Knights of the Cross are in the books, they're always fun. In general, the Knights' plotlines have been my favorite, with the exception of Molly, who wasn't my favorite at first, but even she has become a really interesting piece of the novels, plus it's nice to have another staple character in the series. For several of the books, Dresden has a parasitic demon entity living inside him named Lashiel. This led to some of the most interesting tensions so far in the series. As characters I'd want to hang out with go, Lashiel is low on the list. But as interesting developments go, she is top. Her exit from the series was something I never expected, and the way it happened really shows how epic Dresden is. As I went through this video, I realized all of my favorite characters have either seemingly exited the series or taken a sudden unexpected turn. I'm getting nervous about that now. I hope either we get some new amazing characters introduced or that some of the already introduced characters step it up. I'm also feeling like the plotline about the Black Council is dragging on a bit. It seems like it's ramping up, and I hope it is. It has really, really good potential. Also, I know this is a lot to ask, but I'd like a break from vampires. It doesn't have to be long, but a vampire-free book would be refreshing, as long as we don't trade vampires for zombies. What are your takes on the Dresden Files? I will definitely be doing a future video on this when I finish this series, and would love to talk about some of your opinions and or hot takes.